What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about the difference between panic attacks and anxiety attacks. So go ahead and smash the like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you deal with panic attacks or anxiety attacks. You are not alone. I was no stranger to both. So if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. Be a part of this family. I have tons of other anxiety help videos, including videos to help out with panic attacks. So like I was saying, I was no stranger to either one of these. They have some similarities, they also have some differences, and I see a lot of people getting confused. It's actually a very popular question that I get with my coaching. Trey, do you think this is an anxiety attack or a panic attack? And I think it is important to have a pretty good idea of the difference between the two. And there are some gray areas, and everybody is different, and I'll kind of give you a few examples in my case that were kind of gray. So this doesn't necessarily mean this is going to be 110% accurate for you. Everybody's anxiety is different. But I'll start with panic attacks first, okay? Whenever I think of panic attacks, I think of something happening very quickly. Adrenaline kicking in, this impending doom. All of my symptoms arise very, very quickly. The symptoms are very, very intense. I'm going into fight or flight. I'm going into survival mode. This is a life and death situation. So therefore, all of my symptoms, my heart rate, circulation of my blood, the tension, my survival mode has to kick off very, very quickly in order for me to survive. So anxiety attacks typically come on very quickly. Now they can come on without warning, or they can come on because you were triggered. I had both. So I would have panic attacks on a beautiful sunny day if I was at a barbecue, just sitting there talking with friends. My subconscious would do this kind of on autopilot. I would get panic attacks that would come out of the blue. But then obviously I was triggered into having panic attacks. And let me tell you, I had my fair share of triggers. Anything from being right here in the car driving would cause panic attacks. I had health anxiety, so hearing any type of health stories, heart attack stories, articles, going to the doctor, getting my blood pressure to anything could trigger panic attacks. Having a symptom could set me off into panic mode. So again, I was no stranger. I had multiple of these a day. Now, how long did these last? It's different for everybody, but you'll see anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes on average is the typical panic attack. But this is where I kind of differed, especially in the beginning of my panic disorder before I started getting them under control. A lot of my panic attacks would be anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes all the way up to a few hours. The longest one I had was 6 hours. This is where I had the highest intensity of my symptoms, so I know it was still a panic attack. And again, everybody is different. So my symptoms during my panic was going to be a super fast heart rate, high blood pressure, numbness, tingling, chest pain, severe headaches. I would have IBS symptoms, frequent urination. My body's trying to get rid of any waste that I have so I can run or fight faster, since I'm in survival mode. So I would have that. I would have tremors, shakiness, blurred vision, tunnel vision, anything that you can imagine, muscle tension everywhere, back pain, chest pain, pain everywhere, shooting pains, radiating pain. And I would have this, and it would last anywhere from 30-45 minutes to a few hours. So those are some of the symptoms that you can expect. Again, not everybody's going to be the same. Now let's move on to anxiety attacks. These can range anywhere from a few hours for some people all the way up to a few days. Yeah, that seems like a long time. But anxiety attacks, I want you to think of building stress, and it builds slower than a panic attack. And it can obviously come on slower. So your symptoms, although a lot of them can be similar, and a lot of mine were similar, they were not as severe. They wouldn't hit me fast, they wouldn't slap me in the face. They'd gradually build. So something like with a panic attack, out of nowhere, I'm gonna be like, with an anxiety attack, it's like more like I kind of notice my breath all day. I'm breath conscious, and it builds, and the tension kind of builds. I'm having this symptom or this pain over here, and I notice it starts getting a little bit worse. The tension builds and my symptoms build until it gets to like this peak or climax, and then it starts to slowly go off from there. So anxiety attacks usually slowly come on and they slowly go away, whereas panic attacks, they happen very, very quickly, and usually within a 15 to 20 minute period of time. For the average person, if you're lucky, they go away. So anxiety attacks are like a dulled down panic attack, except they last longer. If you're dealing with this, guys, you are not alone. Hopefully this kind of cleared it up. Again, it's a mixture of research and my personal experience. It has its similarities, it has its differences. Think of panic attacks, very, very swift, it's fast, higher intensity and symptoms. And we're talking about anxiety attacks lasting from a few hours to a few days. The symptoms are not as intense. They slowly come on, they slowly go away. So hopefully that clears things up for you, but I hope you got value. Please hit the like button if you like this video. I want to have a few more educational videos like this. And if you deal with anxiety attacks, panic attacks, there's a lot of things that you can be doing to help you with that. I do have an anxiety course, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp, down below in the description that will help you out with that. Again, I had my fair share and I was able to recover from panic disorder 110%. But it definitely takes strategy, patience, consistency, all of those things you'll find in that course, guys. If you're interested in coaching, also my coaching information is down below. I coach tons of people that have panic attacks, and I've been able to help them out with their recovery and their progress and their management of them. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, it's down below in the description. Again, if you're new here, please hit subscribe. All of my other social media networks, all that fun stuff is down below in the description. Check all that out if you want more help. But guys, I love you all, and until next time, keep fighting.